Hey everyone, we've got a 2011 Silverado with a 4.3 liter engine. And the problem that this guy's having is it goes into reduced power mode. And he said he's had it scanned and they're saying that it needs a throttle body. So he bought a throttle body and he just wants me to put it on. But before we do, I just want to scan it and see what it's actually showing. He says it's been intermittent. Whenever it go into reduced power mode, he'd pull over, turn the engine off, start it back up, and it'd be back to normal. And then it might drive that way. What might be normal for a month, 2 months, and then it'd go back into reduced power, and he'd do that again. Might be that same day when it goes back into it. So he's, it's getting worse, and he's getting more and more annoyed, as you can imagine. So let me get that VCI plugged in. We're just going to scan it. We're just going to see what it actually has. Turn the key on, and we'll go from there. It's probably going to have some kind of code for throttle body, and more than likely we're just going to put a throttle body on it and see how everything looks. But this is a 4-speed automatic, manual HVAC, without trailer brake, under 8600. I do believe it is with vehicle stability. I'm going to have to say no. This is kind of a base model, so it's not a Z95. And you can tell this is just a 4.3. It's a 2011 Silverado. Let's just go ahead and do automatic scan. And I'll speed this up so you don't have to, sit through it. In fact, I'll go ahead and turn the camera off. We'll come back whenever it's finished. Okay, so we have a total of 4 DTCs. We got 3 in the ECM, 1 in the brake control module. So let's go here to the ECM to start with. We'll read these DTCs and see what they are. Okay, we got a brake switch, and of course, what I expected: throttle position sensor 2 circuit, throttle position sensor 2 circuit, low voltage. So let's see here. Let's go back. Let's take a look at. See if there's any freeze frame here. There we go. Let's take a look at this one here. See if it's going to tell us what we want to see here. Now, what I was wanting to see was the, here I'll show you, throttle position sensor readings. Both these say agree, so that's what you want to see. The accelerator pedal sensor 1 and 2 agree, and throttle position sensor 1 and 2 agree. In this particular case, the throttle position sensor is the main one we're looking at, which are these two right here. We'll go over here to the custom. And the way these work is one's high and one's low, and as the throttle opens up, the high one will start going low, the low one starts going high. In fact, I'll demonstrate that right here. I'm just going to push down on the gas pedal. You can see up here in the upper top, we've got TP sensor 1, TP sensor 2, and of course we got our graph right here. And if I push down with the gas pedal, and I'm just going to push kind of slow, and they should mirror each other. So one should drop low, one should go high. They should, there shouldn't be any kind of quick spikes or anything like that, in the reading. They should be exactly a mirror of one another, and it looks like they are. I'll do it kind of quickly. Kind of a faster depression of the pedal. So that my foot is completely off the gas pedal. Now it's all the way to the floor. So like I said, it's an intermittent problem. Doesn't do it all the time. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to clear these DTCs once I get the throttle body changed, and then we're going to go from there. We'll check our readings after the new one's put in to see how they look. But that's all that he wants. He wants me to put the throttle body on, and I'll reset everything, and he's going to drive it, and we're going to see how that does. So let me get set up to put this throttle body on. And of course, this is the throttle body right here, and to get to it, all you got to do is take this 8mm and this 8mm here. You could also use a 5/16, and this whole plenum will come off. So let me get that off real quick, and then we'll press on. Now, a lot of these particular vehicles have a problem with the connector right here. There's wires that will break right here in the connector just from the vibration. So a good thing to do before I even do anything, I've got the scan tool out here, and I'm just going to watch the graph, and I'm just going to wiggle the wire, and I want to make sure that I don't see any kind of fluctuation. Now this is on the scan tool. If you really wanted to troubleshoot this down to a T, you'd hook a scope to it. A scope is a lot faster. It's going to find even the quickest glitch in the system. So, you know, a scan tool's not ideal, but this guy's just wanting a throttle body put on it. I just wanted to make sure that the wires seem to be okay, just going off the scan tool. So, to get the connector off, you got a little white locking tab right here. You got to push it back, which I've already done, and then you just reach right there, and I've already actually pushed this little connector right here down, and then the whole deal will come off. And just to show you what you would see, I don't know if you saw that or not, but if anything glitched, what you saw just a minute ago, I don't know if I can actually go back or not. Pause. Yeah, I guess I can go back. But you can record off of this, which I wasn't doing it. But anyway, there you go. Now the only thing to replacing this is these 4 bolts, and this throttle body comes off, and then we'll put the new one on. So let me get the camera set up so you can watch that. And there's the throttle body. That quick and easy. You can also replace just the TPSs. This whole little box right here will snap off here, and you can put a new one on. So if you want to keep your main throttle body, you can do that. Now, he didn't give me a new gasket, but this gasket is still, yeah, it's still nice and pliable, and it's sticking up real nice, so it's still going to smash down great. So yeah, I don't have any problem at all. Of course, you just got a flat surface right here, and I don't know if you can see this, but this gasket is sticking up nice, so it'll have good compression. There's the new one. Probably one of the easiest throttle bodies you'll ever change. Then once that connector's on, just push the little white piece all the way in, and it's locked. Now, this is a mass airflow system, so I'm going to need to have this plenum on before I start it up. But while we're here, we will take a look at these readings. Before I start it, I want to look at the readings, see how they look compared to the original. Alright guys, throttle body's all changed out. Let's go back over here on the scan tool. Select our sensors again. So right now we're at 1.55 on the sensor 2, which is looking a little better. I'm going to push down on the gas pedal. Okay, I'm completely off the pedal. Now there might be a little dip right there where it's at 1.57. But remember the other one was at 1.65. The manual says, I'd have to read it again, but I think the lowest that at rest TP sensor should be is 1.35. And I can't remember what TP1 should be. Let's see if this has a throttle position reset. Oh, that's throttle position. That's not what I'm wanting. Idle learn reset. That's what I want. Just going to hit reset. Communicating. And it's done. So it should start up and idle good. Let's see how it does. And it is a cold engine. It's been sitting here overnight, so I hadn't even started it yet. So that idle should come down. Anyway, I'm going to drive it around. Like I said, the guy, all he wanted was the throttle body replaced. We went a little bit farther than that just to check the signals and stuff, just to see if there's anything that just stood out completely. But, you know, everything looked relatively good. So I'm going to drive this around. We're going to see how it runs. Make sure it doesn't go into the reduced power mode like it was doing. And I'm going to give it back to him. And he's already told me that if this doesn't fix it, he'll let me know, and we'll go to the next step. But anyway, this is a throttle body replacement on a 2011 Silverado. You guys take care.